It's the dream of nearly every student to study in a highly reputed and famous college abroad. Studying abroad offers a lot of benefits to students and improves their chances to gain success in their careers. A student choosing to pursue higher studies abroad usually picks destinations like the USA, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, or Singapore. Before making a decision to study abroad, students should find answers to some of these questions. Which of these countries will suit the best? Which country offers the best opportunities for study and for work upon graduation? Which is the easiest to get into? Which is the most affordable? Well, today we're going to talk about the USA. Welcome to this section of Introduction to USA as a Study Destination. It's an undeniable fact that the USA is known as the education capital of the world. The United States is the preeminent global hub for academic training. America's renowned educational institutions, global networks of students and professionals, and high-level research and innovation activities combine to attract hundreds and thousands of students each year. In addition to these, there are several other factors that make the USA a desirable study destination for students. Did you know almost half of the world's top 100 universities are located in the USA? Additionally, a great degree of freedom is offered within universities and between different universities. Students get the freedom of choosing from various courses and classes and also have the option of taking a transfer between institutions. Students from India form a huge chunk of the total number of international students in the USA. As an international career counselor, it is important that you have an understanding of how the US higher education system works, both during the application process and after the application. Let us now look at the reasons why the US has emerged as the most preferred educational destination. Academic excellence, variety of educational opportunities, cutting-edge technology, opportunity for research, teaching and training, flexibility, support services for international students, global education and long-term career prospects, campus life experience, and specialized universities. Some of the countries sending the highest number of students to the US are China, India, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Canada, Taiwan, Japan, Vietnam, Mexico, and Turkey. If we talk about the most popular state for foreign students, California remains the biggest draw for foreigners. Let's look at the 10 most popular states for international students. California, New York, Texas, Massachusetts, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Florida, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. Let's quickly move forward to the coming sections under USA as a study destination. See you in the next section. Hello, welcome to this section of Understanding Tertiary Education in the USA. The USA has the world's most flexible education system. Students can study their area of interest as a specialization. When choosing a school in the United States, it is important to understand all the available options. In addition to location, costs, environment, and program of study, the student must also know about the type of institutions that exist in the US, the major front-running courses offered by the country, and also the financials related to the same. In this section, we'll discuss all of these in detail. Let's check out the type of institutions. As mentioned earlier, US has public universities and private universities. Public universities are organizations of higher learning and funded by the state governments. And because these universities are funded by the government, the tuition fee is lower. Some of the top public universities include University of Michigan, University of Virginia, University of California, Los Angeles, United States Military Academy at West Point, University of California, Berkeley, and Georgia Institute of Technology. Private universities are organizations of higher learning funded by private contributors and people who are not part of the administration or government. Some of the top private colleges include Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Stanford University, Harvard University, Yale University, Princeton University, and University of Pennsylvania. Public universities are more affordable than private universities. Students who attend private universities will belong to a wide geographical and cultural area because these universities do charge differently from in-state and out-of-state students. On the other hand, state-funded colleges are all the more demographically varied because of the lower cost of educational costs. Apart from them, there are technical and vocational colleges which principally emphasize on engineering and science and are known for their research and graduate programs. Then there are community colleges which provide 2-year associate degree programs, usually called the Associate of Arts or Associate of Science degrees, as well as excellent technical and vocational programs. Ohlone College, De Anza College, and Bellevue Community College are some notable names in the community colleges. In India, the students pursuing their first year of college education are usually called first years. Students pursuing their second year of college education as second years, and so on. In the US, however, the students from each year are identified by specific terms. First year students are called freshmen, second year students are called sophomores, third year students are called juniors, and final year students are called seniors. Let us now take a look at the most sought after courses in the USA. Although it is known for its overall course offerings, there are specific courses that make studying in the USA all the more desirable for students. Some of these include business management, engineering, liberal arts, medicine, and sciences. The USA school system utilizes credit units and often accommodates working students. What is the credit system? Well, it is a system in which students are awarded credits after they complete the required amount of hours or academic work for a particular subject. Most schools offer academic programs that are flexible in nature. During the course of study, a student can transfer from one course or stream to another or one institution to another with the help of these credits. This aspect of the US education system makes it distinct from other countries. Now let's talk about scholarships and financial aid. Students can avail scholarship or financial aid in the US. Several factors such as academics, SAT/ACT scores, extracurricular activities, letters of recommendation obtained from teachers, etc. are taken into account when the application is being evaluated for scholarships. In general, all the applications received by the colleges are reviewed to see if the applicant would be eligible for a scholarship. Now let's look at the main scholarships offered to students. Merit scholarships. These are awarded to students who perform well throughout their academic life through class 9 to class 12 and top standardized exams such as SAT, IELTS, etc. These are also the toughest scholarships to secure owing to the tough competition. College-based grants. Students can inquire about grants that are awarded by the colleges they attend and apply if they find themselves eligible. This is also known as institute-based scholarships, and the amount of grant differs from institute to institute. At times, students admitted are automatically considered for the grant if deemed eligible. Therefore, it is wise to select colleges that offer these financial aids to pursue higher studies. Country-specific scholarships. These could be government-funded or private scholarships that assist students who go abroad to pursue higher education. Some country-specific grants might require students to return once they complete their education. Need-based scholarships. These scholarships are meant for students who hail from financially backward families. Family income certificate, academic records, expenses, the standard of living, etc. are taken into account before granting this. Let's move on to intakes and orientation. US universities admit students in two main semester intakes, which are the fall semester, which is September-October, the main intake in which all programs are offered, the spring semester, which is January-February, the mid-year intake. The students must take care of the fact that not all courses will be offered for this intake. It should be noted that some universities also have a summer intake around July. However, this option is not available for international students. If you are wondering what are the procedures to apply in the US universities, then don't worry. We will be covering that separately. Let's talk about the cost involved. While the US remains the world's most popular destination for international students, it's also among the most expensive choices. For most students and their families, the cost of paying for a US degree is the defining factor in the US university admission process. The average annual cost of studying in the US, including tuition fees and living expenses, is $65,000 US and more. Multiply this amount by 4 for undergraduate courses or multiply by 2 for postgraduate courses. Wow, that's huge. Students and their families should not make the mistake of applying for admission first and then scrambling to find enough money later. To avoid the disappointment of gaining admission but not having sufficient funding to take up their place at the university, students should consider funding while they choose a university and explore funding options as they complete the application. An understanding of the finances is required for applying for admission as well as for every year of study. How does funding education in US universities work? Finding funding for undergraduate studies in the US is a challenge for both American and international students alike. The key is starting early, choosing universities appropriately, and putting in the necessary time and effort to seek out and apply for scholarships. Students should also keep in mind that they will need to demonstrate access to funding for the first year of study in order to apply for a visa. If college affordability is a key consideration for university selections, students may wish to try some of these strategies for choosing universities. Considering public universities to minimize the initial tuition and fee rates charged, choosing universities with lower cost of living such as universities in suburban or rural areas or in the South and Midwest, choosing universities that offer significant need-based financial aid, choosing universities that offer scholarships for Indian and international students, choosing universities at which one can be a top student, attending a community college. Students in the United States tend to concentrate in 3 states: New York, California, and Texas. While coastal states, California and New York, drew the most international students, many students from outside the country also made themselves at home in places like Indiana and Illinois. The highest number of international students at any university in the US can be found at New York University, where more than 30% of the student population hail from abroad. At Northeastern University in Boston, Massachusetts, and Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, international students make up more than half of all the students on campus. That brings us to the end of tertiary education in the USA. Don't forget to refer to the reading material for more information and reference links. See you in the next section.